Hello and welcome to PixelTime number 21. I'd like to apologise for not having uploaded a video last week. I ended up getting a throat infection and I found that's not much good for your voice, so I bypassed making a video last week. Anyway, to this week's video, I thought I would do a couple of explosives. I'll start by putting our grid up and we'll zoom in a little bit. I might do a stick of dynamite first, and we'll see where we go from there. I'm just going to use the colours we've got here, and I'm going to change the colours later, but we'll do that as we get on. Okay, so we'll make it about, oops, wrong way. I'll make it about that long. It uses up a fair bit of the screen without, or the square, sorry. Okay. And oh, that doesn't quite look right. I'll probably just go across here, I think. And I'll work with that anyway. So first of all, I'll just get a base color down. And a lighter color up the top here. Oopsie daisy. Okay, the bottom part here is going to have very little light touching it. And the top part is going to have more light touching it. So I'll just get that color here, put some highlights up here. And that doesn't look too bad. Okay. Not too happy with that color there, but the shape here doesn't quite look right. Perhaps if I do that, I'll try something like that actually. That looks a little bit better. Okay, we'll go with that. Right, so what I'll do to change this color over is I'm just going to go into the color picker and I'll move it to the red first, and we'll put some more saturation on it. And I'm going to use the marquee tool or selection tool and just cover this area so I can change all of the pixels with the same color with one click. And I'll continue changing the colors. Again, I'll just move it to the red, put more saturation in, and I'll just go a little bit towards the yellow as well. A little bit of hue shifting. Missed the color there. Okay. And I can always muck around with these colours a little bit more anyway, so I will do that in a second. I'll probably make this one a little bit lighter. And same with this. And maybe towards the red a little bit more as well. Just a bit more saturation, give it a bit more colour. Because it doesn't really look very red currently. So just a bit more saturation. Okay, that's a little bit better. And I might just chuck a couple of highlights up the top here. No, I don't really like that. Okay, we'll get this color here, and I'm just going to put a string in here. Not quite sure what that's called. Okay, now let's just move this over here. I'm going to make copies of it. One at the bottom. Actually, I'll put this one on this side, and then I'll put this another copy of it next to it like so. Maybe one down, and then another copy on top of it like so. And you got the three sticks of dynamite together. Okay, I might just I don't like how tangled this is, so we'll change this up a bit as well, make them a little bit different. And that will probably do. Okay. So that's the first explosive. What shall we do for the second one? Well, for the second one, I'll probably do a grenade. So we'll try to do some kind of grenade. Right, so how do I want to go about this? First thing I'm going to do is I'll try and make a rough circle. I'm just using these as just to see how far out, so it's all the same distance apart. Okay, let's just bring these in. Right, I'm going to go like so. 3. Oh, that doesn't look quite right at all. How are we doing this? Like so. I might change a little bit as we go on. That's probably not long enough, so I'll just move it across one. Or shall I do it one more? We'll try that. I want these to match up as well as possible. Okay, that looks pretty good. And we'll put a little bit up the top here. I'll just go across there, up here, make this kind of shape up here. And then we'll put oopsie, a line down here. That's probably too far out. That's okay. Let's go like so. Okay, and the pin would be in here somewhere. Okay, let's work with that. We'll just change the color of that bit there. Okay. Alright, let's start making some kind of shape in here, I'll get the base color and we'll fill that in. And then I'm going to grab this color here and I'm going to try and make some lines that kind of curve. So where will I go from? I'll try going from here. Where shall we do this? Oh, let's go from here. Okay. And alright, so it curves around a little bit. And that's working okay. And then we'll do some this way as well. Let's see. That's not quite matching up, is it? What am I doing wrong here? 1, 2. That looks alright anyway. And then this one here. There we go. Not sure about these ones, but it looks okay. We'll work with that and we'll change it as we go if we need to. Let's just fill this in, and that's not going to get much light on that side, so most of that's going to be dark. Okay, let's grab this next color and we'll start making most of these bits that see the light a little bit lighter. Not quite happy with this shape here. Let's just fix that up a bit. Yeah, I'll go with that. Okay. Let's put a bit more here. Okay, I'll just fill these little bits in here. Okay, and let's grab the lighter color again. Okay, that's starting to look okay. One bit up here. There. And that just about does it, I think. Maybe a bit more there. That's too dark there. That's better. And probably up here is a bit dark too. If we do that there. I might just bring it out again. I'm just thinking from here, if we just bring it out one more and make it a bit longer, it might just improve it a lot. So let's try that. Just fill these bits in here. I think it'll add to it somewhat. Here. Yeah, that actually does look better, doesn't it? It's just a bit longer. And it's pretty dark there. That's alright. We can fix that. Like so. Okay, that looks a little bit better, I think. Just a couple more like so. And there we have it. That's a much better grenade. Thanks for watching, everyone. Really appreciate all the feedback that I do get. Keep an eye out on my DeviantArt website profile on there. I do have some updates now and then on what's happening on this channel on there, so keep an eye out on that. I'll have a link in the description below. And thanks to any new subscribers that I've had in the past couple of weeks as well. And until next week, bye for now.